Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Zeek's house. So on today we'll be setting up the 2-gallon Aquaponics by Topfin. It's the Prosper tank. I've already taken the tank out, so this right here is the tank. So for those that don't know what Aquaponics is, this is a great way to get started. The side of the box basically tells you exactly what the plants are going to be used for and what aquaponics is. And it reads, fish consume food and produce nutrient-rich waste. Plants and microbes break down the waste and absorb the nutrients, using it as a food source. This helps keep the water clean. So it basically gives you a breakdown of what your tank is going to do for you. So I'm not going to read all this, but basically this is just the back of the box. It shows you exactly what you're getting. You're going to get your 2-gallon tank with a planter lid. You're going to get your LED fixture to encourage healthy plants for the top. You have your planting media for the plants that are going to go into this planter lid here. And also on the bottom you have this bright LED light. It also comes with a filter on the inside. And yeah, let's get started. So down here we have the plants that we're going to be planting in the 2-gallon Aquaponics Prosper. I was going to do a carpet of S. repens, Starsian repens, but then I saw this. This right here is the tiny little light that's going to be used for the inside of the tank. And I decided that we need to go with an easier plant, so we have Anubias Nano up here and some Anubias frazeri, I think it's pronounced. And I know that Anubias is an easy plant. These are actually my first Anubias plants ever, and I also wanted to try something different. So we're going to go with Anubias on this one. So I just wanted to give you guys a little view of the Eco Complete. I had to pour out, because the Eco Complete already comes with like water. It's already moist, so if you saw me pour it in there straight out of the bag, a lot of water did come into the tank, but I poured the water out into a cup that I'll use later whenever I pour it into the 20 long. But this is the Eco Complete. It's only about a little bit over an inch deep in there. So now we're going to begin planting and putting things into the tank. I don't do plastic aquarium decorations, but I saw this and also it was on clearance and it was like 60 cents or something like that. So I was like, let me pick up this really cool ornament piece. So I'm also going to stick this in here. I'm going to stick this in first. Maybe we'll set it like right there. And then I want to stick the Anubias in, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the Anubias Nano on each side of the aquarium, and then I'll put the frazeri, I think that's what it's called, directly behind the ornament piece. So I'll be back with you after I do that. So the plants are in here, and just a little quick tip. When you are planting your Anubias, you never want to actually plant the rime zone. So I put the roots are down in there, but the rime zone, if you can see, are still all up above the substrate line. So I put it in there just enough for the plants to stick straight up, but never cover the rime zone is the best way to do it. Otherwise, your plants would probably melt and die away. So now we have this black bag right here, which is our planting media for the plants that we'll plant up top. I've never used this before. I've never had an aquaponics tank before. Never actually even used planting media. So I'm actually going to rinse this off and then we'll dump it into here. So before we continue on with our build, I just want to give you guys a few tips and tricks. So the first thing is definitely go ahead and rinse out that media before you add it to your aquarium, because this is what happened. When I rinsed, everything got brown in here. This is what I rinsed the media in, and there's residue down here at the bottom if you can see it, dust particles. So that's all it is. It's really just dust particles, but you definitely want to rinse it off. Otherwise, my tank probably would have gotten cloudy. This is the next tip that I'll give as well. So this is the little pump that's going to go into the aquarium. It does have different settings. This is the lowest flow setting. If you turn it up, that's the highest flow setting. I have heard that if you have it on the highest flow setting, that it's a little bit quieter, and then when you have it down low, it's a little bit louder, but it won't bother me. So we're just going to leave it on low because we're going to be putting a betta fish in here. So we're just going to stick that back down in there. So now as we continue on, you're probably like, how is my tank going to circulate? Well, that's what this is for. So we're just going to stick this down in here, which is going to be your outflow, and just, I guess we'll see how the outflow is coming out to determine which way I need to set the little nozzles. But we put that in there, and let's go ahead and plug it in. So we do have it plugged in. I'm going to be quiet so you can hear the noise. So that's the noise that it makes. It's not that bad. I'll probably turn it up on high settings just to see how loud it is. So you're also going to get this right here, which is your on and off switch for your lights. And you're also going to get a separator cord. So we're just going to go ahead and plug that in. Excuse the wet table, but here's the final look of the tank. So pros and cons thus far. It is a little bit louder than I expected as far as the pump. The water flow doesn't really bother me, but you can hear like the vibration of the pump. As I thought before, this little light really isn't that bright, but I think that it should do fine with the Anubias, and if not, I'll just dose the tank. I think I want to do a few herbs up here, possibly some pothos, but pothos grows very big, so I'm thinking something like peppermint is what I'm thinking. And here's the light. So overall, I think I'm happy. I think that the fish will be happy. So now that we have our tank set up, and it's been set up for a while, we want to go ahead and acclimate our betta fish into the 2-gallon tank. The way that this is going to work, or the way that my process is going to work, is that I have this little cap that came off of my Chem Prime, and we're just going to take some water out of the tank, and we're just going to drip it into there with our betta fish. And we're only going to do a little bit, so in that way he's going to get used to the balance. So now that he's been sitting for a while, we're going to go ahead and net our betta fish into our 2-gallon aquarium. How that's going to work is I have the jug, I have the net sitting over the jug. I'm going to pour the betta into the jug here, and then I'm going to net him into the tank. You never want to mix the water from your big box store into your tank. Okay, so disclaimer, I have no idea where the rest of the footage is. I can't remember if I one-handedly net the fish into the tank while I was recording with the other hand, or if I had turned off the phone and then net the fish and then just totally forgot to record, or possibly deleted that part of the footage of the fish inside of the tank. But you guys get the gist of it. That's pretty much it. Here's a photo of the fish. He's inside of the tank. But again, no video footage itself. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe. If you have any type of questions, please put the questions down below. And also, I'll be doing a review on this tank very soon. See you later.